For years, the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists has taught that the seal of God is the Sabbath. In this episode of The Unpopular Truth, we will examine if this teaching is actually biblical and also found in the writings of Ellen G. White, as they so claim.
Welcome to The Unpopular Truth with presenter Elijah Anatole.
Let us look at what is officially stated by the General Conference on the seal of God. According to a Sabbath School quarterly dated June 13, 2018, on Thursday's lesson, the Seventh-day Adventist Church declares, "The Sabbath appears in the heart of the Ten Commandments. It was given by the Creator as a sign or seal of His authority. It identifies Him by name, the Lord your God. It identifies the realm over which He has jurisdiction, the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. It also identifies the basis of His authority, for in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, and rested the seventh day." Many Adventist theologians continue to teach today that the Sabbath is the seal of the living God. In fact, they interchange between the words seal, sign, and mark every now and again to mean the same thing. But do these words mean the same thing? Not at all. The Hebrew word for sign used in Exodus chapter 31 verse 13 is oath, which means a signal as a flag, a beacon, monument, omen, prodigy, evidence, something outward in appearance. Remember this, as we shall come back to it shortly. But a seal, on the other hand, means a signet ring or another instrument to stamp, or a roller or a seal to attest ownership, authorizing, validating what is sealed. Furthermore, a seal signifies ownership and the full security carried by the backing of the owner. Sealing in the ancient world served as a legal signature which guaranteed the promise of what was sealed. A mark, on the other hand, means something outward, similarly to that of a sign. Now that we have gotten this out of the way, let us examine some of the writings of Ellen G. White where the seal of God is concerned. First, nowhere in her writings did she say that the Sabbath is the seal of God. Here is what she did say. "The fourth commandment alone of all the 10 contains the seal of the great lawgiver, the creator of the heavens and the earth." Notice here that she specifically says that the fourth commandment alone of all the 10 contains the seal of God. It contains is not the same as it is. So what in the fourth commandment, which is keeping the Sabbath, contains the seal of God? It is written, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth and the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it." So what is the seal of God that the fourth commandment contains? Well, it contains the name, which is the Lord, the title, which is Creator God, territory, which is heaven and the earth. So we see that the seal of God is His name, His title, His territory. That is what makes up His seal. Let us continue to examine more from Ellen White. The seal of the living God is placed upon those who conscientiously keep the Sabbath of the Lord. So, if you are conscientiously keeping the Sabbath, the seal of God is then placed upon you. Here we see that the seal of the living God is not the same as the Sabbath, for it is something that is placed when you conscientiously keep the Sabbath. Those who would have the seal of God in their foreheads must keep the Sabbath of the fourth commandment. Here, she is confirming again that the seal and the Sabbath are two different things. One of the criteria for receiving the seal of God it is not a seal, but an outward appearance of something to signal or to give evidence. Therefore, the Sabbath is not the seal of God, but it is a sign. Does Ellen White say exactly what the seal of God is? Well, yes, she does. For sure, she does not say it is the Sabbath. Here is what she says. Just as soon as the people of God are sealed in their foreheads, it is not any seal or mark that can be seen, but a settling into the truth, both intellectually and spiritually. So they cannot be moved. Just as soon as God's people are sealed and prepared for the shaking, it will come. Indeed, it has begun already. Did you hear that? She first says what the seal of God is not. It is not a mark that can be seen, which means it is not a sign. Now we learned that the Sabbath is a sign of loyalty to God. Therefore, we can now conclude that the Sabbath is not the seal of the living God, for the Sabbath is a sign that we can see. She says that the seal of God is a settling into the truth. So, how do you settle into the truth? Through the Holy Spirit that leads you into all truth, of course. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 13 tells us how this process starts. In whom ye also trusted, after that he heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that he believed, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. So first, you trust in Jesus, you heard the word of truth, the gospel of Jesus, then you believed, and then you were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise, meaning the Spirit of truth that Jesus promised to send to lead you into all truth. As the Spirit of God brings truth to you upon your acceptance and the application of that truth, you become more settled into the truth. Then Jesus would place the seal of God upon your foreheads. In the book of Revelation chapter 3 verse 12 contains the seal of the living God, just as the fourth commandment contains it. So let us read it for a little bit. Verse 12. Him that overcometh I will make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name. So the seal of God is the name of God, the name of the city of God, and Jesus' new name. All upon the foreheads of those who overcome. The foreheads of those who overcome will have the seal of God, that no man can see except the angels. We can see God's end-time people will have his seal upon their foreheads. In Revelation chapter 7 verse 2 to 4, we read of an end-time people who will be sealed. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. We see that God intends to seal his people with his seal in their foreheads. In this case, the 144,000 received the seal of God in their foreheads. So what is that seal that they received in their foreheads? Revelation chapter 14 verse 1 tells us the answer. And I look, and lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. So, it is their Father's name that is written in their foreheads. So the seal of God is his name, and not the Sabbath. But will the 144,000 be the only one to receive the seal of God? No. Revelation chapter 22 verse 4 tells us that all the saints who go to heaven will have the seal of God in their foreheads. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of God and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. So we see that the seal of God is placed by Jesus himself. The seal is the name of God written in their foreheads. This seal serves as an identifying mark that only the angels can see. The seal of the living God is not the Sabbath, nor the fourth commandment. However, the fourth commandment is the only commandment that contains the seal of God, which is his name, his title, and dominion or territory. The fourth commandment provides the stamp of God's authority. When you observe the Sabbath, you are showing your loyalty to the one true God. Please subscribe to our channel to receive updates when we go live or post new videos. May God continue to bless and guide you into all truth. Goodbye.